Commander Keen. This game brings me a lot of good memories back from 3 decades ago. This game was developed by ID Software and published by Apogee Software, which is now called 3D Realms. The first 3 episodes were released in December 1990 for MS-DOS. Back in the days, it was a great alternative to Nintendo's Mario Brothers and to Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog. Personally, I didn't have a Nintendo, nor did I have a Sega, so this was my game. This was my alternative. I played it on PC, obviously, roughly around the time when it was released, so around 1990, 1991 maybe. The game itself is a side-scrolling platformer. As you play, you can move left, right, jump, and you have other actions also, including shooting with your laser blaster, which has limited ammo, and also using a genre-defining pogo stick, which is something that Commander Keen could use in order to jump higher than usual. Between the levels, our young Billy Blaze, the Commander Keen himself, can travel on the world map and he can thus select a level to try next. This gives you opportunities to try different levels or maybe try a different strategy. If you find one level too challenging, then maybe you'd better pick another one first. Overall, the controls were pretty good. What I mean by that is that it allowed you to change directions in midair, and it allowed you to jump proportionately to your key presses. So you could press the key just a little bit and jump just a little, or a bit more, or at maximum. There were also some specifically hard actions to do, like a special jump with the pogo stick that would allow you to jump much higher and reach possibly some candies or other goodies available in the game that were otherwise inaccessible. I think the game was fun. It had a good variety of enemies, even if there were not that many, and it is colorful. I like the fact that you could save the game and reload at will, meaning there's no checkpoint mechanic or things like this. The sounds are quite memorable. And also, I would say some enemies are quite memorable. In particular, as a kid, I remember I was scared by the Vorticons, since they are fast, agile, and deadly. There is no musical score in the game. The graphics for Marooned on Mars represented a weird ground-like levels. While in episode 2, the Earth explodes, it was much more akin to a spaceship setting, so futuristic looking. In the latter levels, there were some new mechanics, such as iced surfaces, which increased the difficulty. There were also some lava pits, some acid pits, some switches, some moving platforms, some keys to open doors. The final episode, Keen Must Die, ended up with Keen facing his nemesis, a final boss battle. There is also a secret alphabet to be deciphered in the game, the translation for which is given to you at some point, but it's not until late in the game. Although I would say it was not too difficult, the game was still challenging. I wrote an entire article to review this series of games. You can go check it online, the link is below in the description. As for the time it takes to complete this game, obviously it will depend on the style of player you are. If you're a casual player, if you're really intense and you focus on trying to beat it as fast as possible, I would say roughly on average, if you want to complete everything, it takes about 2.5 hours per episode. If you take your time, if you're a more casual gamer, you want to get every single secret everywhere and you need to reload a little bit, expect at least 5 hours per game, I would say. And that brings me to the pros and cons about Commander Keen 1, 2, and 3. On the pro side, you can save and load the game at will. It's not too hard. There are secrets hidden throughout the game. It's colorful and the vibe is funny. There's a good variety of enemies and levels, as well as level designs. And you'll get many hours of fun. On the negative side, there is no music in the background. The game is old, for sure. It's more than 30 years old and the graphics are dated by now. There are no roleplay elements here, so don't expect to level up or hunt for better loot. There is no such thing. Also, there's a somewhat low replayability, in that once you've played through the game once, you might not feel the need to replay it another time. Here are also similar titles that you can check out. Super Mario Bros., the Castlevania series, the Shinobi series, Ninja Gaiden series, Duke Nukem, just the 2D side platformer, Gods, Sonic the Hedgehog, the series, Cybernator, also known as Assault Suits Vulcan, as well as Front Mission Gun Hazard, Shadow Complex, Mark of the Ninja, Ori and the Blind Forest, and finally Dead Cells. Which brings me to the end of this wonderful review for Commander Keen 1, 2, and 3, a game that I've really liked, that I've enjoyed playing a lot. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, leave me a comment below, and with that, I'll catch you guys next time.